Baseball season is upon us once again, so it's time to dust off MLB's At Bat app for your Android or iOS and see what's new in 2012. What's changed, what's different, what's the same. Find out today on AppJudgment. This episode of AppJudgment is brought to you by GoToMyPC. Welcome to AppJudgment, your source for mobile app news and reviews. I'm Ron Richards.
And I am Zach Miner.
And it is our most favorite time of the year.
This is my favorite AppJudgment of the year, no doubt about it.
Exactly. It is April, and that means baseball season.
We are here at beautiful AT&T Park in downtown San Francisco, home of the 2010 world champion San Francisco Giants.
Stop living in the past.
Last year I got to say the world champions, now I have to say the year. But next year I'll be able to say the world champions once again.
Hey, at least you can say it. I'm just SOL.
That's true.
But either way, no matter how bad my team might be or how good your team might be, I always get excited for April because it means baseball gets started, and I can watch and listen and relive every moment with the MLB app.
That's right.
And that's why we're here today.
That's right. With baseball comes this year's version of the MLB At Bat app for iOS and Android. This is the same app that we've talked about for the past couple of years with a few new upgrades. But the whole appeal of this app is that it allows you to track your team's scores, standings, stats, right from your phone.
Yep.
It even allows you to stream audio home and away broadcasts from your games live.
Has been a pitcher and is now an outfielder. Lays the bat on his left shoulder before he raises it slightly.
And if you're an MLB.TV subscriber, you can get full video pending blackout restrictions, which we'll get to a little later on.
Yeah.
But this app, it's developed by Major League Baseball, so it's official. It becomes, if you're a fan, it becomes your official go-to app for any news about your team.
Yeah.
And this is year 3, I think, that we've been looking at it. And each year, they've upgraded it, made little changes. But overall, this year, I think this is the most less dramatic changes. It felt the most comfortable with the whole app ecosystem.
Yeah.
It looks great, works great. But generally, when you pull up the tablet version, you get the kind of news and standings. That pretty much stays the same. The news stuff stays the same. But all in all, it's a really, really solid app.
Yeah. So this year, the basic functionality has remained the same, but they've iterated on a couple problem areas from last year.
The areas that we complained about the most, to be honest.
Yeah. So last year, if you wanted the paid app on your iPhone, it was $15, and that gave you access to all the streaming audio. And if you wanted it on your iPad, and there's no free app on the iPad, it was $15 as well. So you're an MLB TV subscriber, and of course you want it on your phone, you want it on your iPad. You're paying $100 for MLB TV.
Yep.
And then you're paying $15 for your phone and $15 for your tablet.
It just added up, and we complained about that, about how, as an MLB TV subscriber, I couldn't believe I was paying for the app, much less for different versions on the 2 different platforms.
It's pretty ridiculous. So Bud Selig and MLB TV have listened to AppJudgment.
They did, yes.
And they have refined the pricing structure, and they've made it way better.
So now there's one universal app across both platforms. So both iOS and Android, whether you're on a phone or tablet, it's one app. So you just download it, that's fine.
That's right. So last year, if you didn't want to pay anything, you could get the MLB At Bat Lite, which just gave you access to scores and standing and stuff like that. MLB At Bat Lite is gone. Now there's just MLB At Bat, and it's free. Now, when you download it, you can get that same basic functionality that you saw in At Bat Lite without logging in or paying anything. But if you want access to the same functionalities in the $15 version from last year, all you need to do is pay $15, it's an in-app purchase, and you're good to go. And if you're an MLB subscriber already, you can simply log in, and the app is completely free, and it gets you all that functionality, streaming video, streaming audio.
Now, it's slightly different over on Android. There still exists the MLB At Bat Lite on Android, but what happens is that you download that app for totally free. You access all the stats, the news, the standings, that sort of thing. If you're an MLB TV subscriber, you just log into that app, and it unlocks the full functionality for it at no price whatsoever.
Yeah.
If you're not an MLB.TV subscriber, there is a paid version for $14.99 in the Google Play Marketplace that you can download, and that unlocks the advanced and the video and all stuff like that. It gives you free access to a game of the day and some clips and things like that. If you want to watch full video, you still need to sign up for MLB.TV.
Yeah, if you want to watch live games, you still need to subscribe. And also, if you're not willing to pay that $15 in-app for iOS, there's a brand new monthly subscription feature that allows you to pay $3 a month to unlock those features for a month at a time. So say, for instance, maybe you don't pay attention to the first half of the season of baseball, but the pennant race is heating up in maybe July or August, and you want to get all those streaming games. You can pay $3 and it will, it'll end up being maybe $3, $6, or $9 for the entire season without having to pay that $15.
That's a good way to save money. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, absolutely. So the iPad and iOS versions still have AirPlay functionality, so you can send video to your TV if you have the Apple TV, but Apple TV has a native MLB TV app anyway, so there's not really a reason to do that.
Which we don't quite have on Android yet. I'm crossing my fingers that MLB rolls out a Google TV app later this year, but I can just watch, I can log into MLB.TV through the Google Chrome browser on my Google TV and watch there.
There you go.
So kind of don't need an app, but an app would, we always like the apps.
Apps are great, and this year they unveiled it for Xbox 360. I think it was on PS3 last year as well.
Yeah.
So you know, on a lot of devices, you get that native functionality.
Probably just a matter of time before I get my Google TV. So. But yeah, no, but it's got tons of push notifications, play-by-play. So that's MLB At Bat 2012. We'll run through some pros and cons, as well as give our final judgment on the app right after thanking our sponsor.
Tons of business people are working remotely from their iPads and iPhones, leaving their laptops at home. But as great as the iPad and iPhone are, they cannot replace your office computer. That is, unless you have the Go to My PC app, which turns your iPad and iPhone into your computer.
With Go to My PC by Citrix, you can access your entire Mac or PC, work on any program, save or edit or send any file from anywhere. Go to My PC is convenient, reliable, and easy to use. It just sets up in minutes, and while you're on the go, you can even take care of any request to edit a PowerPoint, update a spreadsheet, print out a document, or work on any file from your phone. It's amazing.
It is really cool.
Yeah, so I mean, when I travel a lot, and I'll be in the airport, and I'm like, oh, we gotta update that document, get it to the client.
Yeah.
It's great to be able to go in and access all my files and not be like, oh, I don't have the file we need.
Yeah. For me, I use it when my laptop is sitting on the desk and I'm too lazy to get off the couch, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll check out what's happening on my computer on the phone. There you go.
I'm productive with it to help my business.
Well, you have to compensate for some other areas. So you can try Go to My PC today for free with a special 30-day free trial just for our viewers. All you need to do is visit gotomypc.com, click on the Try It Free button, and enter the promo code AppJudgment, and then download the free app to your iPad or iPhone.
That's gotomypc.com. Try it free with promo code AppJudgment.
That's right, and that supports this show. So
Yes.
if you like it, go try it out.
Check it out. All right, so MLB At Bat 2012. So pros and cons.
Pros and cons. Pros, it is still the great app that we've had the past couple years.
As a baseball fan, it is a must-have. I can't live without this app.
It's true. You know, I think I sent you a text message during spring training just saying how great it is to have it back on your home screen, front and center. And all the great functionality is still there. There's kind of a new coat of paint, but it hasn't changed that much, but it looks better than ever.
It's an old friend I haven't seen for a few months.
That's right. And rather than tweak some of the major areas, they tackled kind of the main problem point, which was the pricing structure. You know, it doesn't make sense if you're giving MLB all this money that you have to pay additional fees for this stuff.
As well as the native app, breaking up having the tablet and phone apps being one app.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
that is huge for both iOS and Android.
So in terms of negatives, our main negative isn't really with the app itself, rather the system it lives in. Blackout restrictions, I can't stand.
Yeah, and if you're not familiar, it basically means that I live in San Francisco. I'm a San Francisco Giants fan. If my game is being broadcast on cable, I cannot access this game through
video.
App.
If you're an MLB.TV subscriber, you cannot watch the Giants when you're sitting at home.
That's right.
Whereas,
I can listen to it.
That's great for me as a Mets fan here in San Francisco, but when the Mets come to San Francisco to play the Giants, I can't watch the game.
Yeah.
So for us cord cutters, it can be very, very frustrating.
It is, yeah.
But beyond that, I mean, this app is great. I mean, like...
It is great. Yeah, it's better than ever, and I think the monthly subscription fee is awesome if maybe you're not a diehard fan or you want to check it out later on. So I would say download this app.
And I concur. I've already downloaded it, so that's proof's in the pudding.
Bud listened to us last year. He's the commissioner of MLB, so maybe he'll try and rework some of those blackout contracts next year.
Tune in. Well, if you're Bud Selig or any fan of baseball and have an opinion on MLB At Bat 2012, you can email us at @judgment@revision3.com, and you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, watch us on YouTube, and check out our apps on Crosswalk.
Yeah, absolutely. And let us know in the comments on YouTube and Revision 3, and tweet at us what your favorite team is and what you think of the app. I think we're going to see a lot of Giants fans this year, no doubt about it.
I wouldn't be surprised, but hey, I think the Mets are scrappy this year. I think they could be a little bit of an underdog.
Scrappy, I think that's a good word for it. But yeah, let us know what's your team in the comments, and I guess we'll see you next year, right, Ron?
Yes, play ball.